All right, now guys, we're going to jump to 5.6, if that's okay, and we are going to start with the tenures. And when we're done with the tenures, if these people are so approved by the board, then we'll take a short break and go visit with the possibly newly tenured faculty next door.
For those in the audience that are not familiar with what tenure actually is, what is in those binders?
Well, as a reflection of commitment by both faculty and administration, we've established 4 major criteria on the basis for assessing candidates for tenure. And they have to do self-reflections on teaching effectiveness, curriculum development, professional development, and commitment to the college. And in there are the tenure evaluations of their peer review committee, the administrative review, the faculty self-appraisal, and their portfolio and student responses. So it's a very rigorous and intensive process, and I think the faculty can testify to that, but it guarantees the excellence in teaching that we have.
Okay, Vice President Hanson, please present the next candidate.
These candidates, Assistant Professor Shabat's portfolio and the recommendation of tenure.
And I'm going to find something to discuss when we go to the
that I talked about he has a master's in science and chemistry from Roosevelt, and he has a PhD in analytical chemistry from the University of Illinois at Chicago. He started here as an adjunct professor, and then we had a position, if you know, we really tried to grow our STEM program, and we had one full-time person in chemistry, and we really needed another person, and he just fit the bill impeccably. His student-centered philosophy extends to his high standards and academic rigor in his chemistry classes. He's also worked on grooming our peer-led team lead students within the Systemic Change Grant. He's doing a lot of work with the Systemic Change Grant. He's created inquiry-based laboratory exercises, which is different than the recipe-type exercises or lab exercises that we sometimes have in chemistry. He takes complex chemistry information and breaks it down into manageable parts. Once again, chemistry not my area. Go to his class, all of his classroom observations, and I learned something that I can actually share with somebody and have a good feeling about it. So, you know, what am I talking about here? His students commented and tested his commitment to helping them succeed in their coursework. And when he was interviewing, Dr. Shaibat was the first one to say, hey, you know what, do you ever think about showcasing your students' work? And he was sort of the incubator, the initiator of the student showcase that we've had. And every semester he's been there with his students. They do lots of experiments, and they're able to explain their experiments as well, which is, you know, they're learning those other skills. He's also gone and taken students to the STEM Skyway. I'd like to thank his tenure committee, Dr. Christine Bruns. I don't know. There you are. Hello. Dr. Melanie Edmund Spencer and Leanne Burrow. They're right over here. They have been fabulous in sharing sort of the techniques of how to address students and how to work with students in very in subjects that are a little less understandable for some of our students, and saying, you know, why don't you try this, or you know, maybe do, you know, work something else into your routine. And Dr. Shaibat has just taken off with that and recreated inquiry-based exercises in the lab, and really worked with Dr. Bruns to upgrade and update our chemistry lab, which, again, working with the systemic change, Dr. Bruns and Dr. Spencer, really taking a hold of being a part of the science department, and again, another person who hit the ground running and said, what can I do to help? And I know, I'm hoping he will be here for a very, very long time.
Thank you, Ms. Prendergast. Based upon the evaluation of the team, the peer committee student evaluations, and the portfolio of documentation, I hereby recommend to the President the candidacy of Assistant Professor Shaibat for the Award of Tenure from Prairie State College.
Thank you, Dr. Hansel, and I too hereby present Assistant Professor Shaibat for Award of Tenure to the Board of Trustees.
And I'm looking for a motion from the Board of Trustees to award a faculty tenure appointment to Dr. Medhat Shaibat, Assistant Professor of Chemistry, effective August 2014.
So moved. Second.
And as discussion, many of you may know, some of you may not, that Dr. Shaibat has established several protocols involving culturing a PC-12 cell in the lab and studying the neurotoxicity and the amyloid intermediaries and fibrils. Just so you know. I know, I was like, how do we not all know this? I know. Madam Secretary.
Trustee Donahue? Aye. Trustee Hill Corley?
Aye.
Trustee Mosby?
Aye.
Trustee Walker?
Aye.
And I say aye.
And I say aye.
Thank the board for voting me for the 10 years, and I would like to thank my committee, Dr. Boone, for the wonderful professor that I'm happy to work with you. Professor Edwin Spencer and Professor Leon Rosborough for their comments, and Dean Debra and the Valva for helping me a lot, and I need some markers so I can. So thank you.
Say aye.